Cristiano Ronaldo's private jet was spotted landing in Manchester, sparking wild speculation about what brought him back. Meanwhile, the Premier League could see an unprecedented shake-up, with as many as 11 teams potentially qualifying for European football next season. Liverpool are making a serious move for Alexander Isak, but Newcastle won't let him go without a fight. Chelsea's financial troubles could land them in serious hot water, while Manchester United might be forced to sell some of their biggest young stars. The stakes have never been higher. Let's get into the latest football news. Liverpool are on the hunt for a new striker, and they've set their sights on Newcastle's Alexander Isak. Reports suggest that Liverpool have already reached out regarding a summer move, but Newcastle aren't keen to lose their star forward. The Magpies have slapped a £150 million price tag on Isak, making it clear that if anyone wants him, they'll have to pay big. Now, Robbie Fowler has urged Liverpool to go for Isak, regardless of whether Mohamed Salah stays or goes. And with Salah's contract uncertainty looming, this transfer saga could get very interesting. Isak has been in red-hot form, scoring 23 goals and providing 5 assists this season, proving why he's one of the most lethal strikers in the league. If Newcastle do sell, they're already lining up potential replacements, with Liam Delap from Ipswich and Victor Gyökeres from Sporting CP on their radar. But that's not the only move Liverpool are considering. They're also scouting Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong as a potential long-term successor to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And if that's not enough, Liverpool are reportedly planning a £250 million spending spree this summer, with targets including Julian Alvarez, Xavi Simons and Alessandro Bastoni. Meanwhile, Chelsea's off-the-field problems could land them in serious trouble. The club is negotiating a financial settlement with the Premier League over off-the-books payments made during the Roman Abramovich era. Rival clubs, including Nottingham Forest, Brighton and Newcastle, are demanding that Chelsea face a points deduction rather than just a fine. The Premier League is investigating payments related to past player signings, including Willian, Eto'o and Eden Hazard. If Chelsea are found guilty, the consequences could be severe. On the pitch, Chelsea are still in contention to win the Conference League, which could secure them a Europa League spot for next season. However, if they don't win and finish outside the top 7, their European hopes could be over. Now, let's talk about Manchester United, because there's some serious financial pressure at Old Trafford. Kobbie Mainoo, one of their brightest young talents, is currently locked in a contract standoff. He's demanding £150,000 per week, and Chelsea are closely monitoring the situation in case United decide to cash in. The club is desperate to balance its books after ending last season with £113.2 million in losses. And then there's Casemiro. He's reportedly unhappy with recent comments from Sir Jim Ratcliffe about overpaid players. He's on a massive £350,000 a week contract and won't leave unless United pay out his full wages. Saudi clubs are interested, but United may be forced to negotiate a costly exit. In transfer news, United are prepared to make a £58.9 million bid for Rafinha from Barcelona. We'll see about that one. They're also scouting Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt and Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig as they look to strengthen their attack. At Arsenal, the club is weighing up a move for Ajax defender Jorel Hato, despite Miles Lewis-Skelly emerging as a promising left-back option. Meanwhile, Arsenal and Chelsea are leading the race for Inter Milan striker Marcus Thuram, who has a £71 million release clause. With Gabriel Jesus struggling for form, Thuram could be the ideal solution up front. Manchester City, on the other hand, are eyeing Real Madrid's Eduardo Camavinga, but they'll have to pay at least £70 million to get him. Meanwhile, veteran right-back Kyle Walker could be heading to AC Milan in a permanent deal this summer. Tottenham are also busy scouting talent. They're keeping a close eye on Inter Miami's Benjamin Cremaschi, a promising young midfielder who could be on his way to Europe soon. Let's move on to Newcastle, because their European fate is hanging in the balance. Thanks to their Carabao Cup win, they're guaranteed a Conference League spot. But if they finish in the top 6, they'll qualify for either the Europa League or Champions League, meaning that Conference League place will be passed down to the next highest ranked Premier League team. And now, let's break down this insane European qualification race. Right now, England is leading the UEFA coefficient rankings, which means the Premier League is in line for an extra Champions League spot. If that happens, the top 5 teams in the league will qualify, but it doesn't stop there. If Aston Villa win the Champions League, Manchester United or Tottenham win the Europa League, or Chelsea win the Conference League, more Premier League clubs will enter Europe. That could mean that a team as low as 11th place might qualify for European football next season. Here's how things could shake out. If the season ended today, Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest and Manchester City would go straight to the Champions League. Newcastle, currently in 5th, could also qualify for the Champions League thanks to England's UEFA coefficient standing. Brighton, in 6th, would book a Europa League spot. Bournemouth could secure a Europa League place if they win the FA Cup, while Chelsea might sneak into the Europa League if they win the Conference League. Aston Villa could qualify for the Champions League if they pull off a shock and win that competition, while Manchester United or Tottenham could do the same by winning the Europa League. And if Newcastle finish in the top 6, their Conference League spot would go to the next highest ranked Premier League team. This means that every single Premier League match from now until the end of the season could have huge implications. One goal, one result, and one upset could be the difference between playing in Europe next season or missing out entirely. And finally, let's talk about a player who could be joining the Premier League this summer. Victor Osimhen. The Napoli striker has a £63 million release clause, and Premier League clubs are circling. Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham are all in the race, and with his wage demands at around £200,000 per week, he'll be one of the biggest signings of the summer. One last bit of intrigue: Cristiano Ronaldo's private jet was spotted landing in Manchester, sending fans into a frenzy. Speculation is running wild. Could he be involved in United's ownership talks? Is it a business trip? For now, nothing is confirmed, but expect the rumours to keep flying. That's all for today's updates. Let me know in the comments, should Liverpool break the bank for Isak? And what do you make of Chelsea's financial situation? Drop your thoughts below, hit like and subscribe for more Premier League updates. See you in the next one.